The KMM from Team 5 would like to thank you for your time and welcome you to our presentation on an application called Crave. I am Surya and I will begin by explaining the issues surrounding finding viable roommates at the University of Texas at Dallas. I am currently an international student and have worked as an IT professional in the past. My work as an IT professional kept me moving, making it difficult to find lodging in the new places I was assigned to. I was plagued by the same problem when I decided to move to Dallas to pursue my master's degree. When I began to look for ideal roommates and apartment, the challenge was finding roommates who shared my interests and an apartment that suited my budget. On arriving to UT Dallas, I realized that this problem was something a majority of international students experienced. As five international students, we were all in agreement that this was a situation worth looking into. Our research indicated that UT Dallas is ranked 23rd on the most ethnically diverse universities in America. In the past decade itself, the UTD has grown by 111%, with the student enrollment increasing from almost 11,000 to 23,000. The growth is student population gives rise to more roommate options for a seeker with little to no means of shifting through potentials. The same can be said about working professionals. For example, a lot of the students graduating from UT schools getting jobs in and around Dallas would love to able to communicate with potential roommates, cementing a housing option. On a similar note, Dallas has been fast expanding in the past few years. This leaves a void in the needs of finding viable roommates, making the application applicable to a wider audience, perhaps in a second stage. With social media becoming such a mainstream part of our lives, we need an application to bring apartment seekers with common interests together. My teammate Sumit will now expand on our solution to the housing issue.
Students face a lot of problems to find an apartment. Our solution for the housing problems faced by students is an app called Crave. Crave is an easy to use, hassle free app that provides a simplified medium for students to find roommates. Crave is based on an algorithm which matches roommates based on different characteristics and constraints. For example, number of rooms, cleanliness, noise levels, and more. Once two people are matched by our algorithm, they have an option to chat to discuss further about the apartment. Crave helps students save a lot of time by giving them an easy to use app on their mobile phones to find people with similar tastes and interests rather than posting on social media like Facebook and Craigslist and talk to random people to find a roommate. As a lot of students live in off campus housing, which doesn't have a single website or an app to cater to students, our app Crave can cater to both on campus and off campus housing. UT Dallas has a variety of apps to cater to the needs of the students, like the Jinder School of Management app and the Career Fair app, but there is no app for housing. Our goal is to incorporate our app Crave in UT Dallas at the beginning and later expand to different universities in the United States. Now let us see how the matching algorithm works in our app Crave, which will be explained by my groupmate Shoaib.
Now, talking about the algorithm and how our app actually works. We have designed an algorithm which uses two techniques, which is filtering and matching based on user preferences. Now, the primary filters that we have used in creation of our app are location, that's the GPS location from where the user actually is using the app, and then seeking and offering. This is the type of user depending upon if he's seeking or offering a place for other students to stay. The start and end date, which is very important, of course. The lease duration, which would be in intervals of 6 months. The budget of the user, the gender, the type of room that the user is looking for, whether it is private or shared, and the age of the user. Moving forward, we also have a Crave questionnaire which generates a CC score. Now, the CC score is allocated to every user based on the responses that the user gives to the questionnaire that we present to him or her. Now, you look at the table, we have come up with three basic personalities, that's extroverts, neutral, and introverts, based on the responses that they give to the CC questionnaire. Now, the kind of questions that we have included in this questionnaire are shown here, which is, for example, the preferred noise levels is the user, does he prefer loud kind of music, or is he more laid back, and the cleanliness levels, is he a control freak and all that thing, and then the music preferences, personal hours, is he a night person or a day person, then the room temperature, because that's very critical as well. Now, as we look to progress, we wish to add more questions to this questionnaire so that we can assess the personality of the user in a better way, and that would obviously help us match the users in a much better way. So that's the plan moving ahead. Now, to give you an idea about the wireframe or of the application and what the application basically looks like, I'm going to pass it over to Fan, who is going to present that section of our project. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, this is Fan. So my teammate have talked to you about the problem we are facing and the solution that we came up with. It is my turn to talk to you about the user interface or how the application will look like in the future. So in my opinion, this is one of the most important part of the entire application because the point of the project is to provide users with a easy, efficient, and hassle-free way to look for the next apartment. So the interface has to be concise, it has to be user-friendly, and most importantly, it has to be error-free. Even the smallest spelling mistake can show that we are not professional and may turn the users away. Anyway, let's look at the app interface as a first-time user. So the first thing users see after downloading and opening the app is, of course, the welcome page right here. Here we have a login with Facebook, so the user can log in with their Facebook account. And as soon as the user click on this button, they will be transferred to Facebook own login page, where they can enter the username and password and click login. If the login is a success, user will be sent to the next page, which contain a questionnaire we give them. This questionnaire includes the preferences such as noise level, pets, and smoking, and so on. After filling out this questionnaire, user will be sent to the update profile page. Right here, if they are a new user, they can start creating their profile. If they're an existing user, they can edit the profile, or if they want, they can skip the entire process entirely. After they finish editing or creating the profile, the user can click on Find Match right here, the button that we include, and the application will start looking for all the profiles that match the user location and preferences and list them in the chat in the Match tab. Talking about a Match tab, this is a new exciting function that we just added. Here, user can start seeing all the match profile that the app could find. And they also have the option to view the profile by clicking on the View Profile button under each name. They can also request to chat with these matched users by clicking on the chat button. If they choose the options, the application will display the chat tab immediately with both profiles included, and they can start chatting away. Last but not least, we also included an app setting button where a user can click on and edit their preferences. Or if they desire, they can deactivate the profile altogether. This is very useful when the user no longer want to look for an apartment, or if they want to delete the app securely and safely. So this is the end of the user interface. It's very simple, it's friendly, and very efficient. Next is Vinny. He's going to talk about the impact we can expect from the application and what are the next steps that we will take. Thank you.
Thank you, Fan. My name is Vinayak, and I'm going to continue to explain how we intend to move forward with this project. As a first step, we would like to test this app out at the University of Texas at Dallas. The need to bring student apartment seekers together is and always will be a needed service as long as the university brings in non resident students. While the need for an application of this kind is something the team is confident about, we have much to learn before trying our hand at expanding the application to a wider audience. A pilot project will provide us with a beta version of the application
allowing us to expand on our knowledge of how to match individuals and what services users like better than others. In a first phase, we would like to improve the way students look at housing, and so we want to work with the University of Texas at Dallas. To begin this process, we would have to do what other applications affiliated with UT Dallas have done. By registering as an application exclusive to UT Dallas, Crave will have access to data about students. As the number of students increase with admissions, so does student data. We would begin to advertise to students, emailing them and organizing a marketing campaign to spread our word. With every additional student, the picture of how users go about housing becomes more complete. Once the application has reached a strong user following, the next step would be to build on the building blocks we have so far. We would begin to test what users would like in an application of this nature. We would begin by making the algorithm more robust. A more personalized algorithm would give us more data to work with and provide the user with a more detailed tool. Since the application is based around the interaction between apartment seekers and roommate seekers, we would introduce more methods of interaction in the form of games to break the ice and make new friends. A paid premium feature could potentially have access to wider ranges of matches and more specific profile questions. By using banner advertising and premium memberships, we aim to have a financially independent project by this phase. In a third phase, we begin with a tried and tested application. With our full understanding of our market, we would like to expand to a larger, more dynamic user group like other universities. While implementing such an application in surrounding universities, gravitating towards an application available to all apartment seekers, tenants, and owners is the ultimate goal. Furthermore, we would like to open up this application to include housing owners in a classified section. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, please email us. We will be glad to answer any questions you have.